Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Inditrade Capital Limited Q3 FY21-22 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participants' line will be in listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touch-tone phone. Please note that this call is being recorded. I now hand over the call to Mr. Sudeep Bandyopadhyay, Group Chairman, Inditrade. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining our Q3 earnings call today. Very briefly, I will talk about the performance of the company during the last quarter and the salient features, and then I'll leave the forum open for all of you to ask questions. We will try and answer all your queries. I will initially talk about key figures so that the things are put in the perspective. If we look at the loan disbursements, during the first quarter of the current fiscal, we disbursed about 17 crore total loans on a consolidated basis. Remember, this was the worst period probably because the second wave of COVID had hit the country. In the month of May, there was no business actually. April, I think towards the beginning of April itself, we had to stop. And only in end June, things started becoming a little bit better. However, the company bounced back in Q2, and during the quarter ended September 2021, we disbursed 137 crore of loans. During the last quarter, which is quarter ended December 21, we have disbursed 194 crore worth of loans. Now, October and November have been good months. We have done a lot of disbursements, and I'll talk in a little more detail later. However, December we had to again slow down because of Omicron. Otherwise, probably we would have ended up disbursing much more loans. The fund raised during the respective these last 3 quarters. First quarter, very little fund raised, 6 crores. Second quarter, we raised 111 crores. And last quarter, again, we raised about 112 crores. The AUM, assets under management, stood at 333 crores at the end of first quarter, went up to 397 crore in the second quarter, and now at 31st December, it stands at 471 crore. Collection efficiency, because there was lockdowns and all, was about 74% in the end of Q1. It went up to 98.4% in Q2, and right now, at the end of Q3, we have been collecting about 117%, which is we are collecting a lot of backlogs as well. The lending rates are by and large same. In Q1, it was 22.11%. Q2, it was 22.97%. And now it's slightly lower at Q3, 22.63%. Cost of funds have come down a bit. The first quarter, we were at 12.05 weighted average cost of fund. Came down to 11.23 in Q2, and Q3 is almost the same level, 11.26. Portfolio outstanding, regular, which is where everything is coming on time, is about 92% consolidated basis as of 31st December 21. Second quarter end, it was 74, and first quarter end, it was 56. So we have moved from 56% to 74% to 92% now. So par portfolio at risk, greater than 0, that is, 8% now, vis-a-vis 26% end of Q2 and 44% end of Q1. PBT has started moving up. Used to be 1.2 in Q1, 1.4 in Q2, and now it's 2.7. The number of branches we have brought down from 173, it came to 171, and now it's 165. Number of employees, by and large, we have maintained. We were at 1,098 in Q1, 1,081 in Q2, and now it's 1,094, 1094. Looking at the business-wise disbursement data, microfinance disbursed 3 crore loan in April, nothing in May, 1.88 in June. July we did 18 crore disbursement, August 30.5, September 31. October and November were big months, 60 crore and 64 crores respectively. December again, because of Omicron, we had slowed down, 14.5 crores. MSME also started picking up from hardly any disbursement in Q1. We disbursed about 6 crore in July, 10 crore in August, and again 10 crore in September. October, November, December have been good months. We disbursed 11, 10, and 18 crore respectively in October, November, December. On the P&L side, I talked about the P&L briefly, but I'll mention we had an interest income of about 18 crore, sale of service and goods about 22 crore, fee commission 4.8, others 23, finance cost was 8.9, employee benefit 15, other expenses 26, impairment 13, and PBT 2.7. On a Q 9 month comparison, we have last year same period we had a PBT of 12.35 vis-a-vis 5.2 this year. Now the tax, because of deferred tax reversal, the net profit is lower, but this is just a deferred tax reversal. Consolidated balance sheet is already in front of you. I don't want to get into the individual items, and I will talk about the FX position, AUM and others separately. Portfolio performance, I have already talked about. Microfinance, total microfinance portfolio as on 31st December is 293.2. MSME is 95.18. Micro loans we have almost moved out, and it's only about 2 crores we are left with. Agri commodity is about 81 crores. Total we have 471 crore of portfolio under management. We have provided tables of individual portfolio, gross total income, how it has moved, PBT, how it has moved, and disbursement, how it has moved. Cost of borrowing have segment-wise, I think some of you wanted. So microfinance, our weighted average cost is 11.03%. MSME, it's 12.52. Agri is 7.74. I talked about the weighted average cost for the company as a whole, which is, as I mentioned, 11.26. The NPA position, segment-wise, MSME gross NPA was 5.64%, net was 3.7%, microfinance gross was 1.06, net 0, agri gross and net both 0, microloan net gross both 0. Portfolio and debt details, I think I already talked about portfolio. We have a term loan of 262 crore and subordinate debt, tier 2 capital of 29 crore. Total debt is 290.81 crore, and we have net own funds of 209.59, which is about 210 crore. The debt equity ratio on a consolidated level is 1.39. Solvency is about 82%. I've already talked about the individual breakup of portfolios between different businesses. Portfolio share, if you look at the overall, microfinance is about 62% of our portfolio, others 38%. During the quarter, we also decided to start secured MSME lending, and we will kickstart the business during this quarter, secured MSME lending. We have been all these days doing unsecured MSME lending. Performance has been reasonably good. Now in this quarter, we will start secured MSME lending as well. Rest of the businesses are doing reasonably well. Smaller businesses, Scalerator, as I think we have talked about earlier as well. The company, the business which we acquired in last year, August 2020, has turned around this year, beginning of this fiscal, and they have been consistently profitable. This quarter, they had a PBT of about 73 lakhs. Boombox has again the business we acquired. This is in rural e-commerce. Here we have become profitable at PBT level from October 21, and since then we have been making profits. Of course, the potential is significant. During this quarter, current quarter, where we sit Jan, Feb, March, subject to there being no further COVID-related disruptions, we expect decent performance. I think, I will now like to address questions between me, my colleague Juma, and Naveen will address all the queries. Rest of it all is in the presentation, which has already been uploaded to the BSE site, and the results which have been published in newspaper as well as in the BSE site. Happy to answer any questions which any of you may be having. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question comes from Kapil Bhatt, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thanks, Sudip, for the commentary. I got the first question, which is on the profit and loss statement. We have marked 18 crores of other operating revenue. Can you just explain what is that revenue?
Yeah, this other income has multiple components. So one of the main component here has been we had written off some of the loans, micro loans, over the last few quarters. I'm sure you are all aware.
Yes.
So part of that was sold to monitor an agency, and they gave us a consideration. We realized some value from there and multiple other things. So remember, we had taken large write-offs on our micro loan, digital loan portfolio. So hopefully over the next few quarters, we will see a lot of this portfolio getting sold and income realized.
Okay, and that will come into other income.
Obviously, because we have already written off.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Thanks. And the next question is on the Inditrade rural marketing. I see the footnote that we now hold less than 50%. So what is the relation of ICL and IRML going forward?
No, so let me clarify this. See, what had happened is we had entered into this transaction in November 2020. And November 2020, the board has announced this, an exchange notification. But the deal got completed only in last, I think the dates are given in the notification, sometime in November or October. And because as a part of the deal, we were supposed to give a consideration as well as issue shares, which we did. What we also did is, there were 2 rounds of fundraise which happened where 2 of the existing investors also participated, which is 2 global funds. One is Venture East and the other is Oreos. So these 2 funds participated and put money in IRML, whereby our stake has come down to shade below 50%. But it continues to remain classified as a subsidiary, because I'm sure you are aware, now under Ind AS, it is not merely 50% or 40% or 70%. It is who controls the board, who controls the company, who is the chief CODM, chief what is it? Operating decision maker. So for all purposes, that is us. The board is us. CODM is probably myself. So the auditor will continue to consolidate, so it gets consolidated.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good to know. And then about this Inditrade insurance broking, I think that's going to be the associate company from here on. And then, am I correct to assume that we are not going to mark the revenue from broking business into the ICL consolidated?
So I'll explain to you this, then I'll let Naveen explain the revenue part. See, IRDA came out with a regulation in 2018 whereby it prohibited insurance broking companies from being a step-down subsidiary. So in the sense that you cannot be a subsidiary. Now our promoter company holds 71-72% in Inditrade Capital.
Yeah.
So I think you guys are aware that's the company which is a promoter company. Now Inditrade Capital's wholly owned subsidiary is Inditrade Insurance Broking. So IRDA had been after us, and IRDA now every 3 years the license has to be renewed. So this time for renewal they said unless you comply we will not renew the license. So we didn't have an option but to kind of make it de-subsidiarize it. And IRDA regulation, it is not a subsidiary once you have less than 24%, less than 25%. So we did 51%. You see this note, 51% has been sold. Now this quarter we will have to sell another 23 or 24, whatever it is, so that Inditrade Capital will only hold 24%. So that's how it is becoming an associate. And here that CODM, Ind AS, nothing will apply because this is regulatory fiat. The regulator wants it not to be a subsidiary. So we cannot have it as a subsidiary. We have explained to the auditor, and auditor also has understood that. Now Naveen can explain that part.
Yeah, Kapil, so this Inditrade Insurance Broking has become a associate to Inditrade Capital Limited. So you will see in financial result there is one line item, share of associate. So 8.33, that amount is mentioned in that financial result. So now we have to consolidate based on associate. So we are not doing the line by line addition of income as well as expenses. Now we have to add as a share of the profit or loss in the associate. So that one more line item has been added in our profit and loss account.
Okay.
I can see that, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Sudip. Sudip, I got actually a few more questions if you can answer.
Yeah, sure.
That's okay. Yeah. In the footnote 4, I see that the Telangana government, I think, blocked or froze some of our accounts, and that amount is about 25 crores. So what is the story of that? What is the story behind it? Why that happened?
I explained last time, Kapil. What had happened is last quarter, I think there were about 900 crore overall of the industry, which was blocked by Hyderabad cybercrime based on some investor complaints and this and that. So in that process, ours also, I think.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have lost the line from the management. So kindly stay connected while we try to reconnect the management. Thank you. Line for the management is connected. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Yeah, Kapil, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah. Sir, I lost you. So I think you were just telling about some industry-wide problems.
This happened for the entire industry, and we were a part of that also. So we went and explained our matter. We also, because it was not getting released, we went to High Court also, Telangana High Court. The High Court instructed the department to dispose of the matter at the earliest. The department released a lot of these accounts with a clean sheet. The balance also we have been promised that they will be released, but in between, the people in the department changed. The transfers and things happened. So there's a new set of people. So I'm hoping, we are hoping this will also, the residual part also will get released soon.
Okay, that's fine.
We have nothing to do with whatever the issues they are there.
Right. So so this is not the Inditrade problem, but this is industry-wide issue. I know there is
There's a total of about 900 crore plus, and there are some, I don't remember the names, some 70, 80 companies and all that. So.
Yeah. Okay. The provisions, I think, in this quarter also seems to be huge. We have around 13 crores of provision this quarter. So is this because of partly because of the new RBI rule for classifying the NPAs?
No, I don't think so. Naveen can clarify, but I don't think we have been already complying with what RBI is now saying. We are already doing that. So I think what we have done this quarter is we have cleaned the entire microloan portfolio. So that is what we decided, that we'll not keep anything. So if you see our presentation, only 1.94 crore of microloans are there. Everything else has been written off. And this 1.94 is the recent loans. So there is no past loan, there is nothing left there. Now only thing will happen is in between once in a while, hopefully, God willing, you will see that in other income, when we are able to sell portfolio, some income will keep coming.
Okay. And I still assume that we are not going to disburse in microloans category.
No, we are not. Right now we have stopped completely, except that, very small, just to keep the system and the customers, good customers there. So we do about 5-7 lakhs disbursal per day. That's about it. Nothing,
Right. Okay.
Just to keep the systems alive. That's all.
Right. Cool. And in the MSME segment, I did around, I think, 40 crores of disbursement in the last quarter.
Yeah.
But I think, if you see the industry trends, I mean, the industry doing lots of disbursement in the MSME. So if I just compare Inditrade with Ugro Capital, they did around, I think, 1,000 crores of MSME disbursement. So why are we, a bit slow, or we are not, disbursing as per the industry requirement?
Kapil, we will be conservative always. I think that's a policy we have taken. We will be conservative. We work with Ugro. In the Ugro's disbursal figure, you will find our contribution also. We work with Ugro.
Yes, I see that.
And we will be conservative. We will not get into the disbursal targets and competition there. We will grow, but we will grow in a calibrated manner. Personally, I believe that we are still not sure whether we are out of this entire COVID thing, and this lockdowns play havoc with collections and businesses. So I'll rather wait and watch. As I told you, December had slowed down disbursals. Whereas we were disbursing 60 crore plus in microfinance, about 17-18 crore we disbursed in December. So let's get over this first before we start competing with others on numbers.
Right. But the MSME will be the focus segment along with the microfinance, I believe, going forward. Provided all the COVID-related things settle down, we don't have any lockdowns, we don't have any further problems. I believe that MSME is a potential segment for us.
You're absolutely right. That's the reason I mentioned. I don't know whether you caught that. We are launching another vertical in MSME, secured MSME. What we've been doing all these days was unsecured MSME. Now we are launching in this month itself unsecured MSME lending.
Okay.
Sorry, secured MSME lending. Unsecured is what we had. Secured MSME we are starting.
So what is that actually? So
It's loan against property. Loan against property.
Loan against property.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So business loan against pledge of property, mortgage of property.
Right. So will that also increase the loan size because it's loan against property?
It's not. We will like to play in this segment only. So we will not like to give bigger loans. But yeah, it can go up to 50 lakhs. Right now our MSME loans normally is around 15-16 lakh weighted average ticket size. It may go up slightly, maybe, I don't know, it's too early to say, but maybe will be around 25 weighted average later.
Okay, cool. Right. And how the things looking now in this quarter, given that, the worries of Omicron are behind us, we see that it's not disrupting much. There are no deaths or the population going up. So how we are playing that now?
From where we are sitting, all of us, I think now it's looking very good. Let's keep fingers crossed. There's no further disruption.
Mm-hmm. And how we have done in the January? Have we done the disbursement in the microfinance?
We have done good disbursement. Though I must say that we were still afraid of Omicron. There were a lot of lockdowns, not in Bombay too much, but a lot of areas where we operate, we had the night curfew, weekend curfews and all that. So we have been conservative. So January we have been conservative, but we have pressed the accelerator again in February. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, I get your point because it's better to be conservative. We want to stay here for long term, not a short term. So that's good. One question on Accelerator. Can you tell me the revenue? The profit of the Accelerator. Is it mentioned in the profit and loss?
3 lakhs is what they made this quarter.
3 lakhs. Okay.
73
lakhs. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it from my side. If I have any questions, I'll join back the queue. Thank you very much, Sudhir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Again, if you have a question, please press star 1. The next question comes from Rajesh Kumar, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello, good evening, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. My first question is with regarding to the lending vertical. Hello, can you hear me, sir?
I can. Thank you.
Yeah. Are we using any artificial intelligence platform to make credit decisions, like while sanctioning loans? That is my first question.
We are actually in MSME. We are using a few tools which we have developed in collaboration with some of the cutting edge technology companies. In micro loans, we have been using multiple tools, intelligence tools. Microfinance, we don't use any artificial intelligence. This is plain and simple, our only engine logic. But MSME as well as micro loans, we were using.
Okay, thanks. So this MSME is only partially driven, not entirely. Entire portfolio is AI driven, or?
Yeah. Everything goes through that scoring mechanism, which has been developed with a AI company, and their tool is what is being used. I just not remember the name. Can you check with Abhishek what is the name of the company? I'll let you know the name during the course of the call.
Yeah. I happened to read a media article. I think it is Synaptic AI.
You must have read in media also. We didn't go to media. This AI company went to media and they did some publicity.
Yeah. Synaptic, I think, is the name.
Synaptic. Yeah, you know. Sorry, yeah. I forgot. In between so many things. Synaptic, that's right.
Yeah. Second question is with respect to Boonbox. Boonbox, as per my estimate, I think we are doing around 25% gross margin, which is good. And quarter on quarter, the top line has doubled from 10 crore to 20 crore. But I think last quarter, that is Q2, we were on the operating profit probably is break even. But this quarter, I think as per the reported P&L, it is showing 3 crore loss, if I am correct. Is it correct, sir?
Yeah, what had happened is this quarter we had to consolidate it fully because the transaction got completed. So that old the losses which were already there for the prior quarters got kind of included in our. So what you see this quarter is on account of earlier losses also, which because we included it in this quarter, it came. It's not that this quarter they have lost 3 crore.
Okay. And just during the initial part of the call, you told you were able to attract some fund and 25% stake sale. And can you quantify the amount that we received by selling 25%?
So I can. These are venture capital funds. So we received 1.5 crore from 1.5 crore. No, 1 crore. Sorry, 1 crore from Venture East. and 1 crore from Orios.
Okay.
These two funds.
Okay. So we have to reduce 25% stake to earn 2 crore or?
No. I think I have not explained.
Yeah.
November 2020, we entered into agreement to do this transaction. The consideration was 3 crore 60 some, I forget the exact figure, is there in the P&L disclosed. In the notes also is there. 3 crore 66 lakh was cash and 25% shareholding in IRML we gave to the sellers. If you see the note, note number 6. So it is not a dilution of 25% for this Venturist and Orios. This is when we acquired the company, the seller was given this shareholding.
Okay.
You are getting it? Yeah. So there is a company called Boonbox was originally owned by a company called In3 Access.
Yes.
In3 Access bought 3 crore 66 and 25% shareholding in IRML. Okay?
Okay.
Now IRML went and raised further money from Venturist and Orios. There the dilution is very small.
Okay. So can you quantify that dilution? So I mean,
ask for the shareholding pattern. During the call I tell you. We'll check the shareholding pattern exactly.
Okay. Sir, Boonbox, I did some study. So I think before our takeover itself, it had attracted around 30 crore venture capital funds, and it reached a top line of 300 crore. So if the existing promoters have to exit this means they don't find it so attractive. So are you optimistic about the future of Boonbox under Inditrade Capital that we are progressing?
Even some of the same promoters, these two global funds are already there. They are they are also back. They have come back.
Oh, really? Okay.
They are not having sale. The biggest two funds which had backed them have come back again to us.
Okay, that is very promising. So they reported, I think pre-COVID 2019, the 300 crore gross merchandise value. So we expect to reach there under the present setup anytime in the future.
Well, I can't make a really forward-looking statement, but things are looking good. Let's hope there is no further COVID. We will keep growing.
Yeah. So will it be a profitable growth, sir? That's my main concern.
I will not do anything which is not profitable. We will not do anything which is not profitable.
Okay, that's great. Okay, thanks, sir, for the clarification. So coming to Scale Rater, you told we did 73 lakhs on the PV operating profit. And can you quantify the top line we achieved?
Operating profit. It's PBT, not operating.
PBT. Yeah. Then what about the top line achieved, sir?
Top line is not relevant, but I'll tell you. What is the top line? Scale Rater top line. Top line is 3 crore. Top line is 3 crore.
3 crore. Okay, sir. Okay. And we are growing 30% quarter-on-quarter. That is
the top line is only the income. We don't get any other figure. Our income is 3 crore. Out of that net of expenses, we make 73 lakhs.
Okay. So then can you, if you can have the data, can you share us this?
I will do. Just take it out the exact one.
Not that this is a new question. New question is with respect to the new question. The number of loan transactions we are average doing every day able to do at Scale Rater, and the size of the loans we are doing. It's a small ticket loan, no? So how many loans we can disburse we are doing now? And average, how much we are doing? Any idea, sir?
Well, of course. See, we are right now disbursing about 5 lakhs per day. So average is about 5,000 bucks. So about 100 loans we are disbursing on a daily basis now.
Okay. All are this digital applications?
Yes, 100% digital. This is RoboCash. That's our app. You can go to the site and have a look. It's RoboCash.
Okay. I understand it's iBox.
So iBox is of Scale Rater. That is different.
Yeah. I'm referring to Scale Rate only, sir. This number of transactions per day.
No, one second. No, one second. So you asked about digital loan. That's different.
Yeah. Okay. My question is, sorry to confuse you. My question is for regarding Scalerator, number of transactions we are doing every day and value of transaction average.
No. So I tell you, this is not, see, what is Scalerator's main business? Scalerator's main business is business loans. Business accounts for 95% of its income. We want to do personal loan, we want to do gold loan, we want to do insurance and many other things, credit cards, but 95% of the income and business today is business loan. Now business loans don't happen like that. So business loan is, we are collecting documents digitally, forwarding to our partners digitally, but it takes time. So on an average per month, I can't say average, the run rate currently is about 15 to 20 crore per month business loans they are doing. And the ticket size per loan, average ticket size is about 6 lakhs.
6 lakhs, okay, sir. Okay. Yeah, thanks for that. And with respect to RoboCash, I think RBI has, if I'm correct, RBI has some plans to launch digital banking, and I think our platform, is it ready to apply for that? We are eligible for it, or?
Well, I think there is a working paper on that, but it's still some distance away. We are studying it. We'll see where it moves. We are definitely keenly watching the development of that space.
Okay, sir.
Now I checked out that Venture East, the global fund, invested 1.5 crore.
Okay.
And Orioc invested 1 crore. Total shareholding they got is 9.5%.
Okay. So thanks for the thanks for the clarification. So that means we have actually put in around 3 to 4 crore, and the present value is much higher than that. So that means it is a profitable investment already.
I'm not saying anything because I can't say anything as of now. I leave it to you.
Okay, sir. This Synaptic, any problem in adapting to the microfinance? Because I have studied about other small fees. I have found one NBFC. I don't know if it's appropriate to comment here. Its name is Moneybox Finance. They are just a startup and they have fantastic. They are in MSME actually. So I don't know. Probably they are doing. The differentiator is acting the artificial intelligence. That is why I stressed upon, because I studied with Bajaj Finance also, and they still have one of the best asset quality because of AI. Probably they have developed it by themselves. So microfinance, can we introduce this one to improve our NPA recovery? Going less NPA. No.
Microfinance you can't introduce. Microfinance is a different business. It is joint liability group. There's a different construct, different structure. You can't introduce Synaptic. I know what Synaptic is, what they are doing. That's different. That is good for MSME. That's why we were probably the first ones to pick up Synaptic. And we hope others also pick up. It's a good tool. So we are using it, but I don't think microfinance can be used. That's a different business altogether. The dynamics are different, structure is different, everything is different.
Okay. Thanks for answering all the queries, sir, and good luck for the next quarter. Okay,
thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from Kapil Bhatt, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Philip, there is just follow-up question. I just remember that there was a news article I think a few weeks back in Hindu Business Line that Systema is in talks to buy 25% stake in Inditrade. Is there any truth to that, or are you looking to do any stake sale in Inditrade?
Well, I don't think I can comment on that, Kapil. If there is anything, when there is appropriate time, we will announce it. I
no problem.
Understand I can't comment on that.
Sure. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I think that was the only question I had.
Thank you, Kapil.
Thank you, Sudhir.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question, please press star and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, please press star and 1. As there are no further questions, I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Sudeep Mukhopadhyay for closing comments. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, dear investors, for joining. We are looking forward to a pandemic-free world and a pandemic-free quarter. God willing, we should, as an economy, as a country, and as a company, bounce back. Let's look forward to better times. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Have a good day.
On behalf of Inditrade Capital Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.